Caitlin Clark, let it be known, she does not like this Stephanie White offense, how these players in the WNBA don't even know where to move or how to move or where to cut. And that leads to a lot of her turnovers. And she also states how much she misses Lisa Bluder. And I think all of us Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark fans prefer if Lisa Bluder was the head coach.
Caitlin Clark didn't just light up the scoreboard. She's breaking rookie records, stirring conversation about her team's offense, and sparking talk of a dream reunion with her former college coach, making waves as big as a half-court buzzer beater.
I mean, what's going on here? And I'm sorry, but if Stephanie White's supposed to be this all-world coach, you're not going to show up to a game against the Phoenix Mercury with DeWanna Bonner playing on the other side after what she did to the Indiana Fever franchise, and you show up there and somehow the team is lifeless? Sophie Cunningham coming back to Phoenix and the team is lifeless?
Caitlin Clark didn't join the WNBA just to play it safe. From her rookie year in college, when coach Lisa Bluder handed her the keys to the offense, she's been pushing limits, rewriting the playbook, and turning every risk into a highlight reel moment.
Why I can't stand Stephanie White as a basketball coach for Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think that Stephanie White is a bad coach. Like, don't get it twisted. She's not a bad coach at all. I just don't think she's the right coach for Caitlin Clark. So let's take a listen to this right here. This was on the podcast with Super 8.
But I think that's even been something like me and Steph have like always talk about when we go and watch film. Even like that New York game where like I played really, really well. Obviously scored a lot of points. I think I had 9 assists or 10 assists that game.
She was a rebound and assist off a 32-point triple-double. And like, is the only...
You can imagine the adjustment when she arrived in the WNBA and stepped into Stephanie White's structured offense. A system that feels more like a rule-filled committee meeting than a playground for creativity.
And it's just going to be interesting to see her come back and see this team fully go full circle around their set leader. And I'm still banking on it in Caitlin Clark. Without Caitlin Clark, they had 19 in the one game and 16 in the previous game without CeCe even playing.
Then came the Liberty game, and Caitlin was cooking, the kind of hot streak that could light up the whole arena. In the fourth quarter, she had 2 turnovers, but even legends have off moments without getting benched. This time, though, she found herself on the sidelines, watching the final moments like a star player suddenly put in timeout.
My precious CeCe, she was upset. She didn't say nothing, no smiling, walked off, not looking at no cameras. I'm talking about, you can tell it's all on her face. She got it in her mind. But look, I need y'all to understand. That was so embarrassing and pathetic, and the teamwork was not there. But I remember Jordan had got hurt his second year. He didn't come back in the playoffs, and that playoff series was legendary. He scored 63 points in one game, but he still lost.
Meanwhile, you've had other players on the floor turning the ball over like it's a gift basket giveaway and still receiving their minutes. Except for Tash and Mitchell. Apparently, the only 2 players besides Clark who've been given clearance to operate like basketball is in a military drill.
The Stephanie White offense compared to what she was doing at Iowa when she took over the world. Let's take a look.
At the college, like it was very similar. Like all out attack, like we're known to have like 5 shooters on the floor at all time. Like we played with really good floor spacing at Iowa. It was the same way. Like 4 people were on the floor that could shoot at the same time. Then obviously we usually played with a true post, but they rarely missed too. Like Mon never missed. Like Hannah Stolke was tremendous when I was there too. And even our backup post players, like I always think about like how Coach Bluder like ran practices and things. And like I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges practices and things like that. Like she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone.
The challenge is that some WNBA systems, like Stephanie White's, lean heavily toward mistake-free basketball, but that can mean missing out on the show-stopping plays that win fans as well as games. Lisa Bluder never coached Caitlin that way. She embraced the high-risk, high-reward moves that can change a game. Clark sees plays unfolding seconds before anyone else, a rare skill even veterans envy. Yet instead of letting that vision run free, she's often kept in a tightly controlled system that doesn't fully tap her creativity.
For 10 years, and Caitlin Clark has something to do with that, man. They was 8-5 with Caitlin. At the end of the day, no matter how many games they win, they lost more games without Caitlin Clark playing. Like, so everybody argument that Caitlin Clark is the Achilles heel, Caitlin Clark is this and that, your argument is obsolete, bro. They will forever have that notion on there, that blemish on there. Now, if they would have won more games, lost less, then you might have.
The WNBA needs more game-leading IQ and creativity, not just safe plays. Coaches like Lisa Bluder embrace bold risks that spark excitement, while overly cautious systems can stifle players like Caitlin Clark and dull the game's energy.
Lost though, but at the end of the day, he fought, and you could tell that he missed being away from the game. So I can see my precious CC coming back doing her thing for the playoffs. I just want her to be 100% healthy at the end of the day. If Stephanie White gonna keep dripping.
Right now, the only thing more predictable than the offense is Caitlin Clark sitting on the bench for daring to be exciting. If that's the new norm, the league risks losing what fans really want, players who make the game thrilling. The WNBA's veteran-first mindset means experience often trumps merit, letting some stars stay despite mistakes while rookies get benched for taking risks. Lisa Bluder didn't do that with Clark. She handed her the offense wrapped in trust, knowing real growth comes from learning on the court, mistakes and all.
Indiana Fever fans, so let's keep it real, let's keep it 100 like a big Frank, you hear me? So let me ask y'all again, is Stephanie White a good coach? A great coach? I'm waiting. No, she not even close. If anything, she puts a star in the offense. She's sucking the life out of the team, out of the franchise. And Kelly Krostoff, whatever her name is, Lyndon, you hear me? They all.
Stephanie White's offense feels like a complicated tax return, slow, stiff, and frustrating. The ball movement is cautious, like driving 35 miles per hour in the fast lane with hazard lights on. This isn't just rookie growing pains. It's limiting what made Caitlin Clark special, her unpredictability. Defenders should fear her pulling up from the logo or threading tough passes, but a system punishing creativity kills that spark. Meanwhile, coaches like Lisa Bluder get it. They know when to push players and when to let stars shine. Would Bluder bench Clark for 2 fourth-quarter turnovers? No way. She'd be scheming the next move and telling her to make the defenders pay.
Right. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White remains fully confident in her team following Thursday's deflating loss. The veteran coach sent a clear message. It was a 35-point ass drubbing. It was deliverance and Ned Beatty. Anybody seen that? Squeal like a pig? Yeah. The Phoenix Mercury bleeped the shit out of the Indiana Fever.
If the star rookie gets benched for small mistakes, it tells everyone to play safe and kill the excitement. The problem isn't players' IQ, it's the system. Coaches like Lisa Bluder bring creativity and passion, while safe routines hold the game back. Clark's risks get punished, and the game suffers.
Post-game press conference, Caitlin Clark Stephanie White made sure to give out about Caitlin Clark not passing the ball to Dantas. Like, we've seen Damiris Dantas play. She can't shoot. Why would Caitlin Clark pass the ball on an all-time heater to Dantas?
This last game this year. I started the fourth quarter off with like 3 turnovers in a row or 2 turnovers in a row. Steph yanked me and she was like this is like a learning moment. Like, you got to be able to, like, yes, like maybe it could have been there. Like, maybe you could have thrown a little bit better of a pass. Maybe they could have caught it. But, like, do we need that?
To grow the WNBA, you can't silence its most dynamic talent. Caitlin Clark thrives when given freedom, like under Lisa Bluder, where her mistakes are part of the game and her brilliance shines. Bench her for taking risks, and you kill her growth and the excitement fans crave. This isn't just Clark's issue. It's a league-wide problem holding back true creativity and star power.
Lisa Bluder always made sure people knew what they were going to do, aka she made sure people knew their role. Everybody knew their role, and that is the problem with the Indiana Fever and the bullcrap that Caitlin Clark deals with now. We got Natasha Howard coming in talking about she wanted to win MVP. Red flag. We got Caitlin Clark, and you're talking about joining this team and winning MVP. She didn't know her role. Didn't know her role. That is the difference. We got a bunch of people on this team that do not know
The fix. Coaches who adapt to their players, not just their playbook. Let Clark run, experiment, and yes, make mistakes. The WNBA needs more jaw-dropping plays, not safe ones. Fans want the next great moment, not predictable offense. Clark isn't fragile. She's a force who's torched arenas and left fans stunned. But in this system, her offense is all the excitement of a DMB line.
Stephanie White has a clear conundrum on her hands, and she needs to figure out a solution to this problem before it's too little, too late. When Caitlin Clark was out with injury, Natasha Howard played well. Natasha Howard played well enough that kept us afloat along with Ari McDonald, along with Kelsey Mitchell, but Natasha Howard wasn't nearly as much of a hinder to the off.
She wasn't just scoring, she was orchestrating, making every possession unpredictable and thrilling. Stripping that away changes everything. The league needs to bring back the freedom, the swagger, and the green light Lisa Bluder gave Clark from day one. Let her take risks, because when they pay off, they light up highlight reels. Caitlin Clark is a golden ticket for the WNBA, but if the league clips her wings with rigid systems, that ticket will turn into a receipt, and receipts don't fill arenas.